GloryDaze, the best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova.
With insuremycars.ie. Get low prices and save on your car insurance today at insuremycars.ie.
Once more into the podcasting world, Mr. PJ Gallagher.
Yes, that's us.
Time for you to release. This is a great release for PJ because he gets to release.
Purge. It's a purge.
It is.
Yeah,
he gets
it's
to release
cathartic.
all of the bad language that he has to keep bottled up Monday to Friday.
Yeah, people say what
on the show.
People always say, with you and your history and all, PJ, why isn't it you don't go to therapy? Why do I need therapy? I'm fucking Jim McCabe every Friday. And I get more into that 15 minutes or 10 minutes than most people get into months of therapy.
There is a little bit of a theme that's because we did, the thing about this podcast, and we made it very clear from the start, is because we didn't really have a theme. We didn't even, it was literally two blokes talking to each other for a while. Which I grant you, as a line on a poster.
What is it now? Don't tell me we have guests.
No, as a line on a poster, I grant you that's not great. But I tell you what did end up happening is, it has become, over the episodes, well, I say it has become, it started and it just continues, as a bit ranty.
A bit
we do give out a bit.
I would say it is a rant for me. The only way I can forge material or jokes from absolutely anything is to get upset about something first. That's just the way it is,
Right.
But
that's the secret, isn't it? Anger brings about great comedy.
Anger brings about great comedy. I really think it does. I'm coming back at it now from a different perspective, though. I'm starting to feel my underpants are a little bit tight at the moment, and what it's coming down to lately, run with me on this, is it's not quite the belt, but the underpants. I've been off the rails eating like a crazy person again, right? And that's because I keep getting caught out, and it's I'm blaming the children.
And you're filling your underpants.
I'm filling my underpants. Yeah, not with shite now. Come on, I'm growing in there.
But that's what I'm saying. But I mean, of all the places.
My underpants. I'm feeling it in the underpants.
Of all the places to get fat.
Yeah.
That's probably.
I'm feeling it.
There's people out there who would argue that's a good thing. If you're growing in your underpants.
If it was in the front. But it's a different sort of a thing.
I get you now.
You know what I mean?
All right, okay.
It's not the front, it's the top.
Right.
Which isn't great. Because the underpants is now sort of, it's having interactions with me belly elastics.
Well, when you can tell the brand of your underpants when you're not wearing them, that's when you know things have gone wrong.
And that's what started to happen. And between the legs, I've started realising there's a little bit of wear happening between the legs that I've never had before.
Now,
and
again,
that's
just to clarify,
that's theismic.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to clarify what was that. What was causing the friction between
theismic reactions.
Right. Okay.
And I always wondered when people say what's between your legs. I'll be honest with you, my willy is not between anything. If anything, it's mounted frontally. And I've always wondered what that meant,
Yeah.
And then
I think it's meant for better men than us, PJ. I think better men than us would have probably have experienced that.
Jeez,
I mean,
2 or 3 kilos to get it back that far.
We're bordering on action men.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the sense of the doll.
Yeah, as in the plastic mound, not the levels of activity.
Yes.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
You judge.
Greater men than us would have.
But in fairness, it'd have to be the weight of an iPhone to get down that far. There's no way. But that's why women always, treat your life, especially riding motorbikes. The amount of women that says to me, "Did you never just sit on your willy?" And they go, "No, because it's not there. It's in front." It's in front. It's like the handlebars. It's out front. It's not just,
Wow.
And
Are you
going,
serious?
by the way,
that's a genuine question you get asked.
I have been asked that many times.
About riding motorbikes. Do you not just sit on your willy?
And I bet horsemen get asked that as well.
No, but hang on a second. You could literally say that about just about anything. I mean,
Yeah.
if the idea. I mean, why would it be exclusive to riding a motorbike as opposed to sitting in a car that you could potentially sit in your willy?
I suppose it's the whole between your legs thing that maybe they think so. I don't know, actually. I don't know what the logic is.
So
I've never understood it.
So if you sit in the car, I get it. I know what you're saying. So in other words, because you have to slightly spread your legs to mount a motorbike.
Yeah, it's as if they think everything falls down.
It suddenly falls backwards.
Yes.
And lands between the cheeks of your arse.
And I suppose with women, things are sort of centre and low. Whereas with lads, they're not. They're propped out front. It's more like a headlight.
Which, by the way, is not a great design when it comes to protecting yourself. I just want to put that in there. But anyway, moving on.
Not. No, because the most delicate part is kind of hanging down. That's what I never understood.
Yeah.
It should be the other way around. The balls should be at the front and the willy at the back. It would make much more sense logically.
Right.
I know it sounds ridiculous because you're used to seeing it the other way.
I mean, the potential dangers with zips.
Exactly,
for the dangly parts.
Yeah,
and the potential for
and the
just
sitting.
general sort of buffering.
Imagine
with the other bits.
Imagine you saw that with a fellow. You open up his trousers. What in the name of God is that? Your balls not at the top. No, they're not at the top. How do you even get that?
Yeah.
You look absolutely ludicrous.
Oh, yeah, no, I do it all the time. I tuck them in under my fold of fat.
I bring
that
them
goes around my stomach.
Yeah, I just bring them right under. I use them as a buffer zone. Yeah, I use them. Yeah.
Anyway, these are not the problems we're talking about. With
No,
you.
the
You're
problem
talking
is
about
I'm off the road.
friction caused by excessive skin.
Excessive skin because I'm eating like crazy again, and I've started realising I'm not even eating meals anymore. I know I've heard parents talk about this, but my God, there's no one in the world more disgusting than a parent. I just wait for what my kids throw on the floor. I haven't even eaten off a plate for about a week.
Wow.
You just walk around. You give them a chicken nugget over the shoulder, on the floor, I eat it. You give them a piece of pizza. I know these aren't great, healthy things to give kids. They throw it over the shoulder, you pick it up off the floor, you put it in your mouth.
Wow.
You know, puffs. They love their puffs. You throw them up over the shoulder, and I've got puffs in my mouth off the floor. I've got floor puffs in my mouth all day long. I tell you, it's unbelievable.
Shocking.
And then it's like everything. Absolute crumbs, toast. I've just got a mouthful of floor shit. All the,
Do you know
time.
something? No wonder you fell out with your robotic Hoover.
Yeah.
See, you're basically in competition. You're basically in competition with your robotic Hoover. It's going around. What do you call it? Hermie. Hermie's going around trying to do its job. Meanwhile, PJ's on the floor licking crumbs and other oddments that have been thrown there.
That's
by
what
his
parenthood has done to me. I'm the only person that empties a Hoover into the bin, sees food falling out, and go, I can't fucking believe she threw that out. I would have eaten
What a
that.
waste.
There was hardly any even hair on that.
Yeah.
That looked perfectly edible there.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, and it's showing itself. It's starting to show itself. And now I'm starting to think, right, I hate mentioning it because no one hates Christmas more than me, but I am thinking, if I continue on this vein, by the time the chocolate and mince pies arrive and everything, I'm going to be an elephant. And we've got the PPIs, the radio awards, in 2 weeks or whatever. So there's no point in doing anything before then because I'm going to be an elephant for that, right? So I'm aiming for full-on elephantitis against my own will at the moment.
Wow.
So I'm elephantising myself.
So
I have to steady on.
If you're going to do that thing, if there's no point in advance of what's that?
2 weeks.
Early October or something. Yeah.
2 weeks today.
And then
or tomorrow.
then you're into Halloween. You know the way you get with Halloween.
This is it. But that's it.
And
yeah.
it's like trick or treats, and it's all treats with you.
Oh, geez,
and then
yeah.
sure, you may as well just pack it all in until. I mean, after that, then you'll probably want to celebrate my birthday there at the end of November.
Oh yeah, there's a bit of that as well. I think your 30th is November, yeah.
29th.
Oh yeah,
actually.
Kelly's
Thank you for
30th, yeah.
remembering.
So the 2 years, yeah.
And then,
Jesus,
then you're into Christmas. So why don't you New Year's resolution? That's what
yeah. So instead of avoiding
just roll into the new year.
So instead of avoiding elephantising myself, I'm just gonna elephantise myself and then go try and do reverse hippo from January on.
Yeah,
that's the way to do it. Yeah. And amazingly, that's exactly how you and me have approached health and fitness for a long time.
Right.
Someone says, we'll do this to free classes in a free gym. And when you arrive, you get a 0-calorie Bellini and your own personal trainer. And you want to see the Mickey on him, right? You can use it as a weight while you're waiting. You can do all of that. You can do anything. You get free, healthy ice cream.
Personally, I wouldn't see that as a sell now.
No, we're talking.
Anyway.
I don't know why. I was just thinking we were talking about stupid stuff earlier. And you want to see and you get all of these things. It's
Right.
and we go, oh, definitely. This is you and me.
The only thing is,
fucking brilliant. It's my birthday in April. They're like,
yeah, but this is November.
I know, yeah, but I'm just
would
saying,
it be worth it even?
Yeah, but by the time I get there, and then I think there's a couple of weekends in from between now and then as well, and then there's a child's birthday where you have to eat Rice Krispie cakes, and we come up with every excuse under the sun.
God forbid that you look at it and go, well, that's only one day in that week, and then it's another 3 weeks, and then there's one day in that week. No, you wouldn't look at it like that. That's only 2 days in an otherwise, we'd have to go, sure, there's no point really.
Or just as my friends at Warfit go, they just don't, so what, there's always going to be something. That's what they say. There'll always be something. You just find a way.
Them and their logic.
Yeah, there'll always be something, sure. There'll always be a reason not to do it, so just do it anyway. And you're like,
go and rub your abs.
You're the type of fella that wants me to do bar ends with me, which I'm nicking. Bar ends, what are they called? What's the exercise called?
I don't know.
Chest press. Jeez, there'll be some flute on him. Do a chest press. 10 reps. I'm exhausted.
Wow. Yeah, because that's always the way, isn't it? So, like that. Okay, they're right. There is always something. But it's
but
the human condition.
It's the human condition.
You kind of think
it
that
is.
there's no point in getting on the wagon if I know I'm getting off again in 3 days' time.
Yeah.
Or a week's time.
And also, I have a brain problem, right? And so does Jim. He has a brain problem.
Okay.
We can't enjoy things unless we go to excess.
Yeah.
We can't do it. I can't do the whole thing. I'm going, oh shit, I was going to start today, but I'm going, just me or Jim, in fairness. I was going out with Yvonne, right? On Friday, we're going to Chinese. And someone will say, no, that's no problem. You can still go to the Chinese. You can still do your exercise. You can still have fun. Just have one beer, right, instead. Yeah. Then swap to do Coke Zeros. And then get some steamed dumplings instead of chips. You're like, oh, fuck you.
Absolutely.
And you're like, I suppose you want me to eat nothing but cream crackers for the rest of my life. No, he's like, no. I'm just giving you an option. And you're like, I don't want your option. I want excess. I
agree with you though, right? Because I would rather, if somebody, because you do get those things, eat this, not this, those comparison
and
things.
And there's loads of options.
Or there's
there
loads
really
of them.
is.
Or all the
don't
influencer
get
types,
curry
whatever.
chips when you go to the Chinese.
But I don't want that.
Get a boiled rice and a
No, as you said, fuck that. No, what I want is, I'd rather go, right, like heavy fucking,
heavy, yeah.
Like strict.
Yeah.
And then knock the balls.
And knock the bejesus out of myself.
Like, I want, if I'm going to go, I want all me pints and all me food that I would choose to have based on just me taste buds.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the size of me hole.
Oh, yeah, and people, you can still have 13 pints. You just have to have them in 13 days. And not 2, and you're like...
Yeah. But I'm sorry, I'm always going to be that way. I would rather kind of, this thing of like, whatever it might be, as you say, choose boiled instead of fried.
Yeah.
Choose thing instead of thing.
Yeah, choose potato instead of chips.
I sense and all. I don't want
choose pesto chicken instead of curry chicken.
Yeah, no, I don't want
No, I don't want it.
I want the one with
because I can't enjoy it, right? I can't enjoy the things you enjoy. And when they tell me these things, when I've got some muscle-headed yoke, and he looks brilliant and all, and he's telling me that this is his options, all I'm thinking is, well, your life is shit then. You don't enjoy.
Yeah, you look like that, but obviously you don't have a good time.
You don't enjoy life like I do. As if me sitting crying in a car with a McDonald's on my own means I'm the one that knows how to live.
Yeah. Mind you,
but I'm still going to do it.
Yeah, but the one thing is, right, and you will confess this, I know you will confess this, right, there are moments, I had one quite recently where I got a sandwich out of a garage, right?
Oh, yeah.
I got a sausage and rasher sandwich out of a garage.
Oh, I know exactly already what you're going to say.
It was hideous, right?
Yeah,
no, it was
awful,
hideous.
Yeah.
It was absolutely grease-ridden hideous.
Yeah.
Right? Big lumps of fat on the rasher and everything.
Oh, I know where you're
going. And I
was
sitting in my car, in the car park of this garage, actually feeling like, the way you see those things at the telly, like the sado who's just, like eating it anyway.
Yeah.
Not enjoying it.
Horrible,
but has to keep going back for another bite.
You didn't leave a crumb, did you? That's where we're going. You didn't leave a crumb. Yeah, every mouthful.
And every bite is a regret.
Yeah.
But you
yeah, and you're still chewing.
And you go back. This is
that's
the
mank.
Grease. Breaking apart in your hand.
Breaking apart in your hand. Smearing it on with the palm of your hand into your mouth. It's like, this is the last bite now. This is the last bite.
Yeah, no.
But then you take another 3 bites.
This is awful. They're all deep fried.
I'm like, this is okay. I think you hear yourself sucking on your own finger. You're like, I'm an animal. I'm a disgusting pig.
Yeah, feeling generally guilty and embarrassed about yourself.
Yeah, drop a sausage on the floor and you just pick it off the floor. Rub the hair off with your own hair. So you devour what's left.
Come on, we've
right, that's
done it.
I'm never doing that again.
We've done
you say, I'm never doing that again. I'll get a chocolate bar and I'll hit the ties down my mouth. Yeah, we've all done it, yeah. It's awful. It's depressing. But at the same time, there is a sick enjoyment to it all. There is a looking forward to it. It's the element of looking forward to it, isn't it?
I mean, the thing is, it's a bit similar to people. If you do have one too many, always drink responsibly and all that. But if you do have one too many, right, and you do, that's it, never again. Heck yeah, now I'm not put myself through this again.
Yeah.
Jesus, me head. Oh my God.
What even do I do this for? What even do we do this for?
Look, it's costing me money. It's making me feel.
It's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. Tony's birthday on Tuesday. Is it?
Yeah.
Where are we going now?
Yeah, or you do the whole, I'm not going, no, listen, I'm wrecked on the whole lot. I'm not even in the humour for that or anything. Yeah, do you want to have a pint now? Oh, jeez, it's lunchtime. Yeah, I always feel like I'm cheating the world when I'm at lunchtime. Go on, so. And then, of course, you do that, and you go to Tony's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're just, and then, and Jim, I know does this as well. The whole thing of like, you have no chocolate, no points from now until Christmas, right? And then you have a point, and you have a bar of chocolate, and you've just finished it, and you go, I shouldn't have done that. But, it's just a point, it's just a bar of chocolate. So fuck it. It's not a loss. It's actually a point of bar of chocolate. But we go, well, it's hardly even a point now. They're not even having 300 points. So I might as well just do the 300 of them.
Hung for a sheep as a lamb.
I'm going back into the shop. 2 boxes of milk tray, please. For one person.
Fuck it.
Sure, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I said I know what I want to.
I assume all of this has led to the fact that you're going...
Yes, that I have to buy sizable pants.
You're not going to do anything drastic before Christmas.
I am. I'm trying to give out like this as if it's your fault.
Say something.
Yeah,
If ranting was a weight loss exercise, we'd be a pair of sticks.
I tell you, yeah. I'm a windbag. An absolute windbag. I swear to God. What a pain in the hole. What a pain. And that's the thing.
Great.
I know I'm
great.
a pain in the hole. People say you're a narcissist. How am I a narcissist? Yeah. I'll tell you how I know. No, because I know I'm wrong about everything. I know I'm wrong about everything. And I know I'm a pain in the hole. I know I'm a pain in the hole.
Right.
I know I'm very rarely right. I know this whole attitude is fucked up. But I have no intention to change it.
You literally can't argue with that.
And you
Because
can't.
you wouldn't care.
Because I don't care. Go shit yourself.
GloryDaze. The best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim. With
Get low prices and save on your car insurance today at
Listen, I've just had a conversation with a man that works here, right? John,
Okay.
that works here. And John came in proudly proclaiming with a newspaper in hand that he says, finally, after all these years, I've been, what did they say?
He's a pirate, is he?
Something close. Yeah, something close. He's English.
Yeah.
And he goes, finally, after all these years, I'm trying to sing the words, verified, not verified, but anyway, look, he's delighted that, because he's been saying, I've always said you're supposed to eat burgers upside down. Now, the woman next to us was confused because she thought she meant the human had to be upside down. But no, the actual burger.
That you had to stand on your head while eating a burger.
Yeah. She was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
How would you even do it? No, the burger itself. And he was like, burgers should be eaten upside down. Why? Because the bun is bigger and it doesn't rip and all he was saying. It doesn't rip.
Right.
You have much more chance. It catches and then the one on top is easier to bite through. Therefore, it should be on the top, right?
So this has now been backed by science.
And this has now been backed by
this
science.
was his claim.
Yeah, so now burger people of the world, whoever they are, the official burgerists have said that is indeed the correct way to eat a burger and the best way to eat a burger. Pick it up, flip it over and eat it. It stays together much better. But then,
Interesting.
Our friend
now I
didn't stop.
have to have a burger today.
Me too.
I wasn't even planning it.
But you also have to have a muffin. Because our friend didn't stop at that. He goes, also muffins should be eaten upside down. Why? Because they explode.
Does he always do that?
Why?
Yeah. Why?
He does this, yeah. Why? I'll tell you
Yeah.
why.
I know what you're thinking. Why?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you.
Well, brace yourselves for some more information. He says, because a muffin is at the top is much wider. And then when you take the sort of the little cup, the paper cup, whatever it is, or if there is one,
Right.
off it, you now have a smaller piece of narrow muffin, which is much easier to eat in nibbles. And he did use the word nibbles. And then
Well, of course, any man who goes around saying "why" is bound to use the word
So,
nibbles.
And then you get to the puffy cloud bit, and it's much easier to eat it down.
The puffy cloud bit.
Yeah.
That's the top, is it?
That's the top of the cloud
cloud.
bit. Then he said, and this is a very bold claim, if you're ever wondering about any foods about which should be eaten upside down and not or right side up, just ask me.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was a question of name your food. I'll
what it
tell
was.
you what to do.
So I did. I named a banana. And he goes, good choice, sir. He didn't say that. But he did say...
Although there is that thing, because Neve Marr, who used to read news here years ago, she did have this philosophy that we ate bananas the wrong way.
And he said...
That they're not supposed to be peeled from the little sticky out bit.
Yeah. And John went on
That's
to
the bit for holding them.
And it is. If you look at monkeys in the wild, and Jim McCabe would know this very well. If you look at apes in the wild, right?
Brilliantly brought around.
What way do they open a banana? Well, I wish you were here to see Jim McCabe demonstrate. But how they do it, they don't open them the traditional way with the lever at the top that's attached to the bunch. They stick their nail in the bottom of it, and they peel from what we would say is the bottom of a banana.
Yeah.
And then they eat it that way because apparently it's much less likely to break the banana, open it that way. And if you try it, it's much easier than you think it is.
Wow.
So there you go. Another lesson Jim McCabe has brought to the world. So we've had our John teach about upside-down burgers, and our own in-house ape teach us about bananas today.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So it's a lot of food that should be eaten upside down.
I am intrigued about the burger thing. It's in a weird way. It sort of makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, it does. It makes a lot of sense.
I didn't know it was connected with the juices being soaked up by the heartier bun.
But the bigger bread on the bottom.
But the only
makes
thing
it
is,
less likely
I'm
to
not
collapse.
100% convinced about the muffin thing.
It makes sense to me. I know. It makes a lot of sense to me. Our John is a very practical man.
He is
very practical.
You would be. Oh yeah. I would never kind of argue against John on those things. You will lose.
You will.
But
yeah.
I've often thought that the the way sometimes muffins can have a slightly crustier top sometimes.
Yes,
right.
I know what you're.
Which
I know where
can
you're going with this.
sometimes make them there. So it might be a bit firmer in what you refer to as the puffy cloud area.
Puffy cloud area
of the muffin.
Yes.
Whereas the bit that's in the wrappy tea cakey bit bottom at the end.
Yes.
Might be moister. If moister. Is moister a word?
Yeah. So I hear you. So
An
would you
unpleasant
rather
word.
would you rather finish with moist or finish with a
puffy cloud?
A puffy crusty top? I guess that's the question every man has to contend with.
GloryDaze. It's the very best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova with
InsureMyCars.ie.
Get low prices and save on your car insurance today at
InsureMyCars.ie.
You know the way it used to be kind of, well, I say it used to be, I suppose it could still be potentially a bit of a thing, that millennials would be getting, it became almost like a term of abuse nearly, millennials, right?
It did,
This idea,
the
idea that, and it generally came from kind of up, down, you know what I mean, from the top down. It came from the kind of like older people.
Came from us, big Gen Xers, really. Let's be honest.
I was trying to avoid incriminating us.
It was our lot, yeah. It was
But
our
it was
bit.
and the idea was people slagging off blooming millennials or whatever because their
Millennials
attitude to job things or their attitude to whatever, right?
Well, everyone used to say, and it's not fair, but it was like millennials get it, they're always being offended and all.
Yeah.
And they all eat avocado toast, and that's why they won't buy a house.
Well, they're getting
nonsense.
more stick now, and this time it's kind of from the bottom up.
Gen Z.
Gen Z
Or Gen Z.
are having a go at the millennials now, apparently.
You really can't win being a millennial. You just really can't win. So now apparently all the slang that millennials use.
Were millennials supposed to be the snowflake ones?
That's what everyone said. But
Right.
come on, it's just different, isn't it? It's like our elfless, well, whatever, they would look and go, earrings. Yeah, dressing up as girls and everything. No. It's
Right.
silly. These cross-generational things, they're silly. Like, we're all weirdos in our own little way. But now, millennials can't win. No matter what, they can't win. And now Gen Z. So this TikToker, Allegra Miles, is now letting us know on her TikTok account how outdated millennial lingo is, right?
Right.
So for certain things like the word vibe, right? So, millennials, she says, that would have been like, people would have walked into a place and says, oh, I like the ambient vibe of this place, whatever. And she's saying that now Gen Z apparently say ambient or a type beat. So they'd come in and say, wow, I like the ambient type beat of this place.
The ambient type beat.
And that's what she's saying. Whereas back in, my day, it would have been, this house is groovy. And back in Jim's day, it was, wow, this joint is unbelievable.
Why did everybody speak with an American accent back in my day?
Because you lived in the black and white days where everybody... So those things. So, it sounds... But then they say things like...
So vibe is out anyway. So
Vibe is gone, type
Right.
beat is in, right? But I
thought vibe was much older than millennials. The vibe sounds like something you'd say.
Yeah, when I'm trying to be cool.
I suppose, yeah.
Wow, this vibe is really cool with all these crazy cats lying around this place. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And then YOLO. They say millennials used to say YOLO. Honestly, every millennial I know said YOLO ironically. They weren't taking it seriously.
Right.
That whole do you want to set fire to your car and drink a bottle of tequila looking over, like, YOLO. Like, I don't remember anyone doing it seriously.
I
But
don't remember
apparently,
anybody ever even saying YOLO. Like, it's seriously, it was something in conversation.
you only live once. Yeah, you don't remember that
But
being a
it's
thing?
in conversation.
Yeah.
Not like a
Ironically.
tag or something. Or
I remember it as a joke. That's how
Wow.
I remember it. As a joke. I never remember anyone taking it seriously.
Yeah.
But now apparently Gen Z say, we ball. It's like, feck it, we ball. That's the thing. So,
we ball.
yeah, we ball.
Right.
Whereas back in Jim's day, he says, oh, jeez, I don't know now. We'll have to think about that. What do we have to feel quid for? Where are we going to go? How's it going to end up? And then slay, to praise someone's appearance or achievements, you might say, wow, you slay. Look at you in that jacket. Woo! Slay.
That's the
You're
way now.
slaying it, man.
Compared to what? What did millennials say?
No, that's what millennials said, Jim. This shows how out of touch you
Oh, my
are.
God.
Yeah. Apparently they say she ate. So or you might say he ate. He ate with that outfit. So I'd look at you in
This
your
is
jacket and I
getting
go,
extremely.
man, you ate in that outfit. That's it. But Jim would go, I did not. I haven't even had my
What?
lunch.
I'm out there spilling something on it, is it? Where? Can you see it? Where is it? Do I need to wipe it
That's
off?
the thing, we
It's on
take-
my collar, is it?
That's the thing. Our generation take everything so literal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like because my mum would go, are you after eating spaghetti with your good short on? I did. He ate.
Yeah, he ate, all right.
He ate
I can
now,
see it
yeah.
all over his
Yeah.
front.
And then got game, so back millennials apparently would have said someone's got good game or good chat if they were sort of, had a lot of charisma and they were chatting to someone,
Yeah.
or, if they enter the room and they can
Now
sort
it's
of
Riz,
change
is
the
it
gears.
Riz?
It's Riz.
It's Riz, I knew that one there. Ooh,
Riz, look at
ding,
you.
ding.
Look at you all
Oh,
over.
man.
That's
I
'cause-
tell you.
That's because Jim got Riz.
I ate there.
He did. Jim's after eating it. He's after eating it. He has
It seems like
because
these.
he be balling, does Jim? Jim does be balling.
I do, actually.
Yeah, that's how he does be
most
eating
times
it.
when I'm leaving here, I'm bawling. Oh,
He's so full of Riz.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I can't believe I still have to do more of this.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I don't remember, there being. It seems like there was kind of all of this, X and millennials and Gen Z and all this kind of stuff is. It just seems like it's all very recent.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like people spoke about generations in that way.
They didn't, though.
Before.
Because Gen X
It's
is
like
huge.
I
Gen
was
X
just
is
going to say,
long.
it just feels like, there was a generation that went on since time began.
Yeah, well, it went on.
then they started.
Well, it went on from World War II until like 1980 something.
Well, there you go.
That was Gen X.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, there's been loads,
Yeah.
And now there's you and me trying to keep up with our, we're trying to slay it with our Riz. Well,
I thought you said Slay was gone.
Okay, well, we're trying to.
You have to eat it now.
God, Jay, you're really ruining my type beat, man.
GloryDaze, the best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim. With
InsureMyCars.ie.
Get low prices and save on your car insurance today at
InsureMyCars.ie.
Now, something that we have acknowledged on this show over the years is that, we don't always get it right. Okay, we do often have what might be considered foot in mouth moments.
Oh, yeah, well,
Well-
generally, let's be honest, Jim's being very fair to me there now when he says we. Very
we win
fair.
together, we lose together, buddy. That's the way it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be fair to you, you'll bring us all down.
Yeah.
So the thing is,
I try. I do. I stick out like a sore throat.
so we were kind of delighted when we found out there's a. Well, it's not quite a celebration of it, but at least it's been acknowledged as a thing.
Yeah, we've learned what the problem with this show is quite a lot of the time. And again, thank you, Jim, for taking the hit. But malaphors are a big problem with this show, right?
Malaphors.
Malaphors. I never knew what that word was. So what's a malaphor? A malaphor is when you accidentally mix an aphorism, which is one of those sort of general truths that sort of becomes a saying, sort of like a penny saved is a penny earned. That would be an aphorism,
Is it?
And you mix that
I
with like,
never knew that now.
Yeah. This is all knowledge now. This is all learning today. And you mix that with an idiom or a cliche. So you might mix that with something where you say, break a leg tonight. Break a leg in the show today, or
Right.
you're really sitting on the fence there.
An idiom is the same as a cliche, is it?
No, more. They're close enough, right?
Wow.
Mix one with the other though, and you get your sayings literally arse about face. It's what happens, and I
Okay.
do that.
Is arse
all-
about face? What would that be now? An aphorism, an idiom, or a?
That would be a cliche. I'd say that would be an idiom, actually, wouldn't it? It would be an idiom, yeah. So what are some of the examples? Well, you do hear these. I've often heard "Let's burn that bridge" when we come to it. Which is
Let's
just
burn that bridge.
Yeah, yeah. Well, look, let's burn that bridge when we come to it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, people who are stressed in meetings. And we're not going to deal with that now, Jim. We're going to burn that bridge when we come to it, okay? You're after hitting the nail in me head. Fair play to you with that idea. Well done. Like, thank you for that, John. You hit the nail in me head.
I actually knew somebody who said that.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, you've hit the nail in me head.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, fair play to you, because I want to say congratulations to Jim, who had a great idea today. We all thought it wouldn't work, but, you know, he stuck his neck out on a limb, and and when he stuck his neck out on a limb there, it came good, and it was good, you know.
This is brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's the conviction they're said with.
It
They're
is,
like, there's
yeah.
there's no questioning that they're not right.
Yeah, and it's when
they go for it.
And that's the
Two-footed.
thing. It's normally someone in real authority that says these things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Right, listen, no messing. We have a lot of work to do. It's time to swallow the bullet and just get on with it, right? I want y'all to do it. Swallow the bullet.
Swallow the bullet.
Yeah. Now, I have some news. I have some news. Now, you probably heard it earlier because Jim let the cat out of the box. Yeah, so... and honestly, it's no shirt off my nose.
What? Come on. That's not one. Somebody said that it's no shirt off my nose.
Look at you acting like you've never done anything like that. Look at you. Oh, I'll tell you, Jim, you want to watch yourself, because people who live in glass houses shouldn't flog horses, right? So don't be carrying on like you've never made a mistake. Yeah? This is what Jim's like. This is what Jim's like. I can read him like the back of a book. I can literally read him like the back of a book, so I can. He'll stand there and talk until the cows turn blue. So he will.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are these all genuine examples of things that people have said?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they're all malfours. That's what they're called.
Malaphors, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great, yeah, yeah.
Somebody's actually texted in. I think they might have missed the point of this, because they've texted in to correct you, to say it's bite the bullet.
What? I tell you something. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make him think. Some people.
That's the point we're making. Is that's what a malaphor is.
That's
It's
what
when
it is,
it's when it gets wrong. It's when you get it wrong, you mix it up, you combine two, or you just misquote it. Or
I think it's
whatever.
fair to say whoever sent that text in, Jim, they're definitely burning the midnight oil from both ends, aren't they? Yeah,
I have to say, I love these.
Me too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so, but thankfully, Jim and me, in fairness, like, we do make mistakes on this, but most of the time we do have our ducks on the same page, and it works perfectly well. We get away with it. Isn't
Wow.
That right? Yeah. Oh, man. You know,
I'm trying to think, is there any that you've actually ever genuinely said?
I did say a rolling stone is worth two in the bush one time. Which was...
Interestingly, Trucker Paul wants to know if all of those you read out came from your book. Somebody else saying, my wife can't get any sayings right. We call them Sabrina-isms.
All right, jeepers, yeah. Well, she's obviously three sheeps to the wind. Half the time.
Three sheep, yeah. She was saying that she was talking to a client till she was blue in the teeth because he's a real dealer wheeler.
Oh, Jesus.
So she got like literally two of them wrong in the one.
Well, you know what they say about clients like that, don't you, Jim?
What?
A fool and his monkey are easily parted.
Dave says a mate of his used to always use this expression, it's like water off a duck's neck.
Water off a duck's neck?
As opposed to a duck's back.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else we got here? There's a few of them.
Where there's a will, there's a Wayne. That was one that I loved reading there. Where there's a will, there's a Wayne. Yeah.
So, Phil Lataxi was on to say, worked with a guy many moons ago who used to say, it's 6 dozen of one and half a dozen of the other.
6 dozen of one, half a dozen of the other. Not even a common thread of sense.
Not even a common thread of it whatsoever. There's loads of them just coming in.
A watched cock never boils is a really good one as well. You know, if you watch your rooster, you'll
That's...
Yeah.
That's so wrong in so many areas.
I know.
A watch cock never
Watch
boils.
cock never, and better late than sorry. I actually really understand that one. And once bitten, twice died.
Jer from Cork was on to say, I knew a guy who would consistently say, repeat before me.
Repeat before me. Yeah. That's a brilliant one.
Yeah. Also, somebody's mother had a favourite saying, which was, sure, he's as odd as two balls. As odd as two balls?
As odd as two balls.
Two? Wow.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like don't shoot a gift horse in the foot. That one, I can see somebody using it, you know.
Somebody has a version of your, you know, the one that you said that was, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
Somebody else's one is, we'll build that bridge. Both of them wrong. It's, we'll cross that bridge. But somebody else's, we'll build that bridge when we come to it.
We'll build that bridge when we get to it, yeah. It's great, let's build the bridge. Yeah, I know, none of them make sense.
Yeah.
I love the one as well. Hey, F you and the horse you rode in the China shop.
Here.
Yeah.
Are these real now? Because it sounds
They
like...
seem to be.
Wow.
Oh, well, they're as real as the ones you're reading now. Why are your ones better? I'll tell you something.
Because you're reading yours off the internet and mine are coming from real people.
Oh my God, you're such an oldie but a goodie two shoes.
Somebody says they worked with a manager who used to say it's either a feast or a salmon around here.
A feast or a salmon?
Feast or a salmon.
And you question are my ones real?
Come on, that's very believable. What else have we got here? I've never heard of them Malafornias. I've never heard of them Malafornias.
Malafornias?
That's what somebody thought we were calling
So
them.
somebody's just made a malafor out of a malafor by calling it a Malafornia.
My mum said we're thicker than you think instead of we're thick as thieves. You two are thicker than you think.
Thicker than you think. I think she probably was right and you didn't.
I do like this one. Somebody's son used to say to them, because she wore glasses, my ma's as blind as a gate.
Blind as a gate.
Brilliant.
Oh God, every road to hell is a silver lining, I suppose. I like Dance Like Nobody's Brought You as well. You know the way
Dance
it's
like nobody's brought you.
Yeah. You know, well, maybe it's not as good as that.
My mate's wife described him as like a cat on a hot tin of soup.
That's it. That is the best one. Oh my God, that is the best one.
These are it's fantastic. I didn't realise there was so many of them.
I know. Yeah, there's great.
Like I mean, you want to see the list. It's just, it's like, somebody had one where it's like feeding two birds with one scone. Oh, bad. Wow.
A bird in the hand is worth two in a rush is pretty good as well, to be fair.
We're just going to have to draw a
Yeah,
line
it's
because they
just-
just keep coming in.
Yeah,
People,
yeah.
his expressions were, that's all water under the fridge.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, you're right though. It's time. We've buttered our bread now. It's time to lay in it. I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Is that what? You've buttered your bread now, line?
Yeah. Oh God.
It's just, they're just so good.
It's so hard to stop because, as you know, the squeaky mouse gets the cheese, Jim. So when you start seeing these, it's really hard to just walk away from them. You know.
It is.
Yeah.
And by the way, can I just point out, right? Somebody, who is this? Damien sent one in, and it's not a Malafor. In fact, I don't know what it is. So this is his exact quote, right? My uncle used to say. My uncle used to say when flustered, I don't know whether the shite or comb me hair. I don't know what that is. I doubt very much if it's a Malafor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not the most traditional.
No.
Of sayings, eh?
It is quite the expression. It is quite the expression.
I love that it was a regular state he got himself into, though.
Yeah. Brilliant. Right. Anyway, we're going to have to draw a line in the sand because they just won't stop coming in. Right.
Oh, better safe than sober, I tell you.
Glory Days. It's the very best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova with
InsureMyCars.ie.
Get low prices and save on your car insurance today at
InsureMyCars.ie.
Somebody has sent us a photograph. Let me just give you their name in case you decide to get abusive. No, they haven't given us their name. Anyway, they sent us a photograph and the message is, it's a little early for a Christmas display.
Oh, for God's sake.
And it's Tesco in Clare Hall with what looks like almost a wall of various Christmas.
I'm sick of it.
In fact, there's actually a big Christmassy poster thing over it. So
I'm sick of it.
they're not even hiding it.
You're at...
And it actually says, get set, get festive. Let the countdown begin.
It's only the second week in September. You should be ashamed of yourself.
We're literally having our Indian summer.
We're having an
and they're
Indian
doing
summer.
this to us.
It's the best weather week of the year. And this fella that works here, you know Jeremy, that works down the end there.
Yeah, yeah.
He came in the other day. Do you know what he had? A box of Merry Mallows he bought in. Merry
What are
Mallows.
they?
It's marshmallows that they just made Christmassy for no reason.
No, oh, unbelievable.
Merry Mallows. I was there. Who brought them in? Because, I just got all thick straight away.
Yeah. No, it didn't stop you eating them, I'm sure, but
I had 3 of them, to get rid of them. Shouldn't be here. Shouldn't be here. I had 3 of them.
you did that classic thing that you love to do of eating them out of the way.
I eating them out of the way. I'll have another 3 now in a minute. Get them out of the way.
Well
And
done.
I was there. Who bought them in here?
The rest of the staff, thank you for that.
He's there. I did. He goes, I didn't even notice they were. Like, you didn't even notice. Spoofer. Absolute spoofer. He loves it.
But it is that, it's that sort of stuff that that's what causes the Grinchisms, isn't it?
It is.
And when it's too early.
It is, and they're now saying it causes. It's been named as a condition. Mince pie anxiety, they call it now. That's what they're calling it. Mince pie anxiety. It doesn't have to be a mince pie. Wow. That's just one sort of. That's just the. I suppose that's the food that you associate the most that comes in a packet for Christmas.
God, in this world of mental health awareness, we now have mince pie anxiety.
Mince pie, it's a diagnosable condition,
Wow.
That you see the chocolates, you see the Merry Mallows. My God, what a tosser. And you see all the candy canes, and you see the heroes and the celebrations lined up. And like that, those people in Clare Hall with their happy
Apparently
festive.
somebody said Tesco Clearwater's the same.
Clearwater.
Big Christmas display up.
There you go. And so they've caused now a new mental condition. Mince pie anxiety.
I mean, you see, the strange thing about that is now for us, right, is that whatever about the kind of like, come on lads, too early now, back off, Halloween hasn't even happened, all that sort of stuff that we say every year, but mince pies, though, you know what I mean?
But
they are very delicious.
Okay, and
I mean, if Collie was to turn around and say, lads, I've managed to get a batch out of Cavistons.
Well, you see, and this brings me to the point, because I tell you something, Jim, you've hit the nail on the head. What happened? Do you think anyone is buying mince pies or Merry Mallows now and keeping them for Christmas?
Ah, good point.
Do you think they are? Do you think they are?
Surely nobody could leave mince pies in their cupboard or whatever for.
No, they don't. They eat them out of the way.
Yeah.
Some poor unfortunate like me is now going to have devoured, by the time Christmas comes, about 342 mince pies and about 600...
Conservative estimate, I'd say.
I'd say so. And about 600 Merry Mallows. It's begun. Because they won't just leave it until December, when you have a reasonable chance of keeping them.
Whatever normal person might have mince pie anxiety about seeing them and thinking, oh, it's a constant reminder that it's coming or whatever.
Yeah.
You have the other disadvantage of hearing them calling to you, eat me now, PJ, eat me now.
Yeah. I know. I walk into the shop and I see them and I can hear them. Here comes the round-head fat boy.
You've been listening to Glory Days, the best of Radio Nova's Morning Glory with PJ and Jim. Catch the show live weekdays 6 to 10 on FM, online at nova.ie, or on the Nova app.
With insuremycars.ie. Get low prices and save on your car insurance today at insuremycars.ie.